Hi, it's Michelle from It's All Yoga. So I've mentioned a couple of times in the newsletter or in class, we've done parts of it in class, the lymphatic facial massage that I do every single morning before I get out of bed. And people have been asking about it, so I thought I would just do a video and share with you what I do. There are many ways to do a facial lymphatic massage, and these are just movements that I learned a couple of years ago when I was having a lot of skin issues, and I went to see a specialist, an esthetician who is also like a whole health practitioner in San Francisco. So it was very beneficial for me. I really love it as part of my morning routine. And don't feel like you have to memorize the whole thing. If you even took away one or two of the movements or techniques to implement in your morning routine before you get out of bed, that would be awesome. Your face would be so happy for that. Okay, so we're in my bedroom, but obviously, normally if I've just woken up, I'm lying down. And the first movement is to take all of your fingers to the center of your forehead, like so, the fingernails touching. And then the pressure is pretty significant here. It's like you're massaging muscle or spreading dough. So from the center of the forehead, some good pressure, pull out to the temples, and then give a little press. So this one usually feels really good. I'll even do this during the day if I'm, been focusing a lot or furrowing my brow. So a few of those, press at the temples. And then this is one of my favorites. So with your thumb, and you can use the tip of the finger or the side of your index finger, you're going to grab your eyebrows. So thumbs go under, index fingers go over, and get a chunk and squeeze, and then go out and squeeze, and go out and squeeze, squeeze, squeeze to the very end. And do that several times. Dictate the amount of pressure that works for you. There are a lot of little tender pressure points in here, so you can vary how much flesh you get and also the pressure, and that will obviously change the experience. So this one feels really good. This one I've heard called the instant eye lift. I don't know if that works, but okay. Then with fingertips, or really the pads of the fingers, from the inner eyebrow out to the outer brow, and then down underneath the bones of the eye sockets, and then give a press right at the inner eyes, bridge of the nose. And this again is a pretty good pressure. I'm not just sweeping the skin. I'm really trying to get underneath to the muscle. So we all hear that it's not good to pull the skin of the face. So I'm really directing the pressure deeper than that. I'll do a few of these. These feel really good too. And then I always end with an out. Okay, now we're going to the sinus kind of cheekbone ridge massage. So if you get your fingers, middle fingers work for me, right at the divots to the sides of the crease of the nostrils. You can feel in there, it's probably tender. Those are your sinus cavities. And then press and go out and press, go out and press, go out and press, all the way to the ears just below the temples. And I do that a few times. Press, press, press. Press, press, press. Okay. Just a little sweep of the face. We always want to direct everything, ultimately, all of the lymph down to, there are little like cleaning stations down here around the collarbones. So everything's going to end up going down. We're starting at the top, we're starting to sweep it down. Okay, just usually a little crease of the nose, massage, just rubbing that a few times, and then going across the lips, upper lip, lower lip, getting a little width and release there. Another one of my favorites. So this one is really meant to be done one arm over, and you use the fingertips underneath the jawline of the opposite jaw, and with little like pulls, pull the skin up from under the jaw onto the face. This is the saggy jawline that none of us want. So you do that a few times on one side and then go over to the other side. You can already see I'm getting a little pink, right? Things are moving around. Sometimes if I'm really being lazy in bed first thing in the morning, I'll just cheat and do both hands at the same time like this. This is usually what I do. But make sure that you're not just pushing on the skin, like you're really getting under the jaw and then lifting up. And this isn't just like skin sweep. I'm really like trying to move everything up. Okay, and then a sweep. Now you're going to take Mark and Mindy fingers, or so I'm told, Star Trek fingers, and put your ear in the opening between the fingers and dig your fingers in a little bit behind and in front of the ears, and then rub up and down. This is also divine and really great if you are starting to get a headache. Oh, and I'll even kind of turn the ear over, just rub around in all kinds of ways. And again, ultimately pulling down, 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 down. And then some sweeps. Sweeping everything out and then down, out and then down. And that's it. Then I'm done and I'm ready to start my day. And I'm a little more awake. Feel like a little more circulation is happening. I hope it works for you, or you enjoy at least one part of it. Let me know what you think.